If you're trying to be a first-time homebuyer, listen up because some major fintech news just dropped and it will definitely affect your eligibility for getting a mortgage. This stuff makes me so excited because I'm such a fintech nerd. So currently, when you're trying to buy a home, you go to the mortgage place, you try to get a mortgage, and they look at your FICO score. And this number is like representative of your credit history, and that's what they use to determine the fee that they charge on your loan. Problem is that your FICO score is based on your credit history or how good of a borrower you are, but it doesn't take into account your income or your employment history or your rent payments. You could be young, making a lot of money, and actually not spending it on your credit card, but your FICO score might be low. Because lenders purely rely on the score, there's a class of Americans that actually should be able to buy a home and be eligible for a mortgage, but just can't get it. Things are now changing because lenders are now allowed to use Vantage Score in addition to FICO score to determine your eligibility. So Vantage Score can actually generate a score with less history as opposed to FICO where you need about 6 months of credit history. So now FICO does not have a monopoly on this market. By the way, FICO is a public company and their stock dropped 17% yesterday after this news. The second piece of news is that rent payments now count towards your mortgage qualification. So rent payments, which is a huge expense every single month for most Americans, are normally paid through ACH or bank transfers. I mean, you can pay it with Bilt now, but that was a very recent change. And so as a result, these rent payments don't really get counted towards your FICO score. Because it's actually one of your big expenses, now that it's being counted, it can increase your chances of being eligible. The ripple effects of this is going to be huge. So the first thing that we'll see is an increase in first-time home buyers in 2026 and 2027. And then the second thing is that we might see actually more competitive pricing for mortgage fees. I'm super pumped by this.